online later on anyway. So.
All right, no problem, man. We'll see you this weekend.
I don't think I. Yeah, maybe. I don't think I was gonna make it anyways. I don't know. I'm not sure what my problem is, man. I was trying to get under a 41, which I would think would make it in, but.
You get us in practice sometime, Don. We'll help you out.
Don, it's always worth qualifying if you've got time anyway, because if people don't make the race, you will be put in the race as an alternative.
Yeah, I understand that. But I'm gonna be heading out in probably like in less than 5 minutes, so.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, he's not gonna be available. I got you.
All right, guys. Hey, have a good race. I'll try to stream online.
All right, man. Thanks. Have a good one.
Thanks.
I'll catch you guys this weekend. Later.
See you later. All right, fellers. Welcome to SCL 24 Indianapolis 500 Bump Day. We do have 2 automatic spots available. We had 13 people make it in the field from last week's time trials, 10 times, and 2 points provisionals and 1 past champions provisional. There's 2 guaranteed times. Any of those that don't check in, obviously more spots would open up. So the top 2 here are automatically in. Third place would be the first alternate, so on and so forth. You have 2 opportunities to post your time. So you have, just like we did in time trials, you have a 1-lap run. You're exiting the pits, returning to the box, and then heading out for 1 hot lap, or 1 out lap, 1 hot lap. Green, white, or green and checkers going. You're going to do the 2 back-to-back so that we'll get it in a little quicker for you. When you're done with the first run, you'll return to the box, and after they get the first time down, they'll say, okay, whenever you're ready, you go for your second one. Probably got to the top of the hour for people to enter, so we'll have hopefully a few more coming in, but I know Super will probably be popping in here pretty soon, Rita and Kip. Just remember the who the fuck is okay, whatever. Getting weird messages from people I don't know. Anyway, as far as, like we said, guys, the loose or the stable oval setup, we're not going to get into that arms race with trying to have the back markers driving on the speedway setup. So just keep it on that one, and give it your best shot. I'll turn it over to Rita and Kip, and guys, I'll jump into the party if you guys need me, and you're all set.
All right, then.
All right, I'll see you in a little bit. All right, guys, so here we are. You heard the introduction. It's Indianapolis 500 Bump Day. Still got some entries straggling in. I believe at the moment we've got 4 or 5 cars looking to get those 2 spots. We'll probably add a couple beyond that point. And, well, now that I'm on the air, now's as good a time as any to go ahead and read out what we got for this week, as tonight hosts the 12th running of the greatest spectacle in racing, the SCL Season 24 Indianapolis 500. 15 of the top SCL IndyCar Series drivers will compete for the greatest prize in the series and one of the greatest prizes in the SCL. Season 21 500 champion D.W. McFreak of Team Dana-Moore Racing will be starting on the pole for the 2nd straight season, his 3rd Indianapolis 500 pole position overall, which is an all-time league record. While Freak's Team Dana-Moore has previously won 2 Indianapolis 500s, Kip's hauling ass in the inaugural race in Season 13 and Colio 123 in Season 18, Freak will attempt to become only the 2nd 2-time winner in SCL Indianapolis 500 history. The only previous multiple-time champion, yours truly, Carlin Hicks, winner in Seasons 14 and 15 back-to-back, and last season's champion, and Season 23 IndyCar Series champion Rita St. James will look to complete the double. She, of course, is defending both the series and the race title. While myself, Carlin Hicks, is the only driver to have made the field in all 12 SCL Indianapolis 500s, and will be starting in the 3rd position on the outside front row, attempting to win his 3rd Indy 500. TOW Racing holds the 2nd starting position and middle spot in the front row. A longtime SCL veteran OGR Cat Guy will be in that position. 2 spots remain to be claimed through Indianapolis 500 bump day tonight. Many drivers will be attempting to race their way into one of the premier events, and the event itself will be broadcast on YouTube on the SCL Racing Network. Talk a little about what's coming up here. What's coming up here on this weekend is the SCL Indianapolis weekend will continue. It's week 4 of 10 in season 24. It will continue on Saturday with the Brickyard Grand Prix. Also one of the longest running events in the SCL. The season 24 installment features the 3-class show of the LMP, GTE, and GT3 cars. Last season's LMP winner Baron von Stosch of Apex Motorsports will be looking to defend that race win, while the wide-open GT classes will be paced by current points leaders O'Brien in the GT3 and defending series champion the Zebra in GTE. Sunday's National 300 promises to be another gritty showdown for the SCL Winston Cup Series stars. Points leader and 2-time Brickyard 400 champion Twindy will attempt to continue his speedway magic, with reigning Daytona 500 champion Hossack and defending race winner It's PT among its top contenders. Check out sundaycupleague.wix.com/SCRN for full details. All right, we are just about set to go here at Indianapolis for bump day qualifying. All right, looks like we're all set to go, guys. I said Carlin Hicks up here. Give you guys a chance to take a read at who's already in the field as of right now. On the pole, as we said, 3rd time in the last 4 seasons. As let's see who we got on the track here to start with. And that is going to be Tiernizl, the SCL Season 22 Indianapolis 500 champion 2 seasons ago. He won this race as a rookie, and he will be attempting to win his 2nd Indianapolis 500 if he can bump his way in. He's definitely a contender to put himself in the field right now. As we go over, he's going to have 2 opportunities, 1 out lap, 1 hot lap. We're going to go over the starting position, though, just once again for you guys that came through 1 week ago today, Indianapolis 500 time trials. We had some 26 drivers attempting to become one of the cars in the field. The top 10 times were locked in. We had 3 who are automatically getting in on provisionals. So let's give you the rundown here. Starting on the pole is D.W. McFreak from Team Dana-Moore Racing, the season 21 Indianapolis 500 champion, won his 3rd career Indianapolis 500 pole. Second is OGR Cat Guy from TOW Racing, D.W. McFreak for Team Dana-Moore, Cat Guy for TOW. He's a longtime SCL veteran. Starting 3rd, yours truly, 2-time Indianapolis 500 champion and the current IndyCar points leader Carlin Hicks. Starting 4th will be the 5-time IndyCar Series champion and the season 13, the inaugural Indianapolis 500 champion, Kip Ass. And we will continue that order here as first run of the day for Tiernizl. Starting 5th will be Daz, also from Team Dana-Moore, putting 3 Dana-Moore cars in the top 5. It's just back to the good old days here in the SCL. And you've seen the Dana-Moores running up front again. Starting 6th will be the Zebra, 2 IndyCar career wins. He'll be running in his 2nd Indy 500. Starting 7th will be One Shoe, longtime veteran for TOW Racing. Starting 8th, the defending race and series champion Rita St. James from JME Motorsports. Starting 9th will be O'Brien, also from JME Motorsports. Starting 10th will be Progar. He's the last one to make it in on time, the independent driver. 11th will be Kick-Ass Wookie. fourth Team Dynamo car in the field. 12th is It's PT, former IndyCar Series winner for Benson Speed Equipment, and 13th with the past champions provisional is Twindy, the season 21 IndyCar Series champion and a 6-time winner in the series, still looking for that first 500. That's set in the field here for these qualifying cars. Tiernizzle with a 40.421, a very solid lap time. The pole time was a 40.461. It's a different track conditions today, however, than last week. We have to say that. Overcast here today, but Tiernizzle would have been a pole contender had he been at the time trials. So very little doubt that that could be a time good enough to get you, into the field here on bump day. As we said, 2 guaranteed spots. As of right now, I don't see any one of the 13 cars that have not checked in, but we'll have to wait and see who makes it through inspection. As he said, that was faster than the pole time. Probably a little quicker on an overcast day without the track being quite as slick, but Tiernizzle would have been up there either way. This is his second run. Going to try to better that time. In the 98 Napa Auto Parts car, he is a multi-time winner in the series, no doubt. 8 career IndyCar Series wins, including that Indianapolis 500 in just 3 seasons. Mainly a road course specialist, but he can put up the big lap times here too. He comes off the corner, and this is going to complete his run. Goes to the inside wall. Slightly betters it, 40.420 is going to put him on the top of the bump day chart as of right now. You guys can follow along the live official timing at sundaycupleague.wix.com/SCRN. Go to the qualifying page, and these docs will be up there being updated. That's going to put Tier in very, very good position to claim one of those bump day spots. All right, who we got on the docket now? Here's somebody's car moving. Right now, Rosta and Shano, the only other 2 in here at the moment. And it looks to me like we've got us Rosta from Benson Speed Equipment, 3rd season in the league. He's in the number 28 DHL Honda. Going to make his attempt. Rosta unable to make it to time trials last week. He's going to have one last shot here to get his way in, out on his first of 2 runs. Rosta, a winner in the International Le Mans Series last season, I believe, still looking for his first win in one of the big 3, IndyCar, Camel GT, or Winston Cup, but he has been a solid contender. He's had some top 5 qualifying runs. He's had some top 5 finishes. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if he definitely would be a dark horse contender here. He's green through the chute, looking solid, a little high off of turn 2. right, a time of 40.880. Not what Rosta wanted. He's expecting to get a few more tenths than that, and he's going to have a second run here to try to do that. Rosta definitely's got the speed, I would say. That's a time that the cutoff of the top 10 was a 5.62 during time trials. As I said, slightly different track. It was clear and sunny last week in the time trials. Live weather today is it's going to be overcast all through the 500 today, as you can see by the background there. And so we're going to have to wait and see. As of right now, as I said, we have 3 names on the board. We're expecting to see a couple more, including former 500 champion Super 8 should be making an appearance. As here comes Rosta on his next shot. He definitely wants to take off at least a couple of tenths if he's going to feel comfortable here. Toughest part about these one and done qualifiers is you don't really get the tires warmed up. He takes the green. Got it down in the groove. A little bit of overcorrecting on the wall, but he manages to stay relatively in the groove there. I believe he's picking up time. Very good corner through 3 and 4, or through 3 rather. Here he goes through 4 right in the center. Car drift a little to the center, and 40.801. Not the improvement he was looking for, but not bad. And that's Rosta's shot. He is currently on the bubble with a 40.801, and that means that Shano Kano from Renaissance Racing is going to have his shot. Shano Kano's already won a big race this season. At the very beginning of this season, he was the Bathurst 500 winner for the Rolex Endurance Cup out there in the V8 cars at Mount Panorama. Now racing for Renaissance Racing. Got them. That was really their first big win. He's in the PureTech number 61 car. That was really his first big win, winning that 500 kilometer showdown at Bathurst in a long endurance race. He's mainly a sports car racer. He's obviously from down under, so he's a fantastic V8 driver. But really hasn't found the success in the Indy cars yet. We're looking for him to break through in Camel GT as well. Now in his 3rd season, he is definitely running for a solid outfit in Renaissance Racing, and in my opinion is one of the breakout drivers. Definitely one of the potential breakout drivers. He's going to come down to take the green on his first of 2 runs. Shano, as I said, was terrific at Bathurst 500 this season. Made a hellacious drive at the finish to make a pass and get the win. Admittedly feels a little out of touch as of yet with the IndyCar, particularly on the ovals. He's shown some speed on the road course races. On the ovals he has struggled at times, but let's see what kind of time he puts up. 40.564. That is going to bump Rosta from the field and put Shano into the number 2 spot. of the bump on the bubble, which is of course the 15th starting spot in the 500. He's going to have one more run to try to better that time. As of right now, he is on the bubble. Rosta is our first alternate. And we do have Muttley and possibly Super 8 coming in after them. I'll be right back with you. This is Carlin Hicks on the SCL Racing Network. Carlin Hicks back with you just in time. Muttley at 41.439 is not going to bump his way in to the SCL 24 Indianapolis 500 field. Tough luck for the Wacky Racers patriarch there. We head back into our lobby. Going to take a look, as I said, on the website. You can see the field as it sits. As of right now, Tier Nizzle and Shane O'Kano have bumped themselves into the field. There is, as of right now, about 10 minutes for any last-minute bump day entries to get into the race. Excuse me. Rosta, as of right now, is our first alternate. Let's see if we find any other names that are floating around here. Hang tight with us. Does not appear. Into 4. That puts us at around 30 total entries for going back to last week at time trials for this season's Indianapolis 500. So the event is the standard success it's always been. May have one or two more runners. We're still hoping to get season 20 series and 500 champion Super 8 in here, but I'm not seeing him anywhere online. Gonna get F1 Racer Link in here. And hopefully Super 8 will pop in here in these last few minutes. Really hope to see him take a shot. He's a former Series and Indianapolis 500 champion. So had a tough run of luck for running with Renaissance Racing this season. But it does not look like we're going to... I don't see Super 8 popping up. Super, if you're out there, get down to Gasoline Alley in the next few minutes. As we're preparing for F1 Racer Link is a third season driver. He's been a part-time competitor on all the series, so we'll see what he can do here. F1 Racer Link, as we said, third season, part-time driver, independent, shown some speed in various cars. Greetings, Muttley, you're on the air with me. Wanted to get you in here to discuss. We're supposed to have JB in there, but if he doesn't make it, we would love to have some help in the tower. And if not, just an eye on the broadcast. If you're bored, we'll help anyway. When we get off the air here for bump day, we got a couple things we'll go over. But waiting here to get F1 Racer Link running for his 2-lap qualifier, or 2-run qualifier. As of right now, I'm looking at the time charts, guys. Just turn this damn phone off. The bubble time is the 40.564 of Shane O'Kano. 40.564 is the bubble time right now. Roast is the first alternate. Muttley, I believe, is the second alternate as of right now. Racer Link, as I said, third season driver, part-timer. Has shown some speed. He's qualified well in certain cars. We'll have to see what he can come up with. 40.564 is the number he needs to beat. And he's got 2 runs here to do it. As the time is 3 minutes to go until the entry closes, he could be the last car unless we get a last-second entry here. He is in the wrong car. Most definitely. You're hitting 205 on the straightaway. He is. Seems to me like he might be in the wrong. Although he might have been in the wrong gear. That would be the thing. Yeah. He's using 6th. Don't believe that's the quickest way to go running on your own. You're much better off staying in 5th gear. As a matter of fact, that is one of the touch marks of, knowing you're in the proper setup is what the gearing looks like, and you do not want to be in 6th gear solo. He's going to complete the first lap. It's not going to be a time to bump anybody, and he is going to have to consider running that one different. 41.760 is well over a second off. So he's going to need to approach that second run much differently if he's going to have any sort of shot at bumping his way in. Well, it's just tough because no matter how much preparation you do, you still got to nail it in, a couple quick minutes, Yeah, it takes a lot of precision. It takes a lot of car control to get the maximum speed out of it, and that's the big difference is how you attack the corners. We'll see it in the race. It's the other thing to remember about racing on oval racing and speedway racing in general is that a lot of guys who run, road course ringers, and we see them in SCL and obviously Camel GT and on the road races for the other series, as Link will take his second green and final green flag. You got a good car, you got a good feel on a track and a car, you go out there in the race, and with the addition of a little bit of traffic, it's pretty much what you did when you were practicing. You go out there with the car, you attack the track. On speedway racing, we're out here qualifying right now. This is 180 degrees different from what goes on in the race. The dirty air, working the traffic, working the draft, all that stuff becomes a totally different kind of racing. And it's why there's so many speedway guys who are not particularly fast qualifiers but who go straight to the front when the race comes out, and vice versa, guys who qualify well and sink back. 41.7's a slight improvement. It is not going to do it, and as we have hit the 7 o'clock hour, that is going to close out SCL Season 24, Indianapolis 500 Bump Day. Let's take a look at our final results. Tiernizzle and Shano Kano are the two drivers bumping their way into the field. Rosto will be the first alternate, Muttley the second alternate, and F1 Racer Link the third alternate for tonight's race. Well, we are going to get off the air here, but stay tuned. We will be back on the air within the next 15-20 minutes most likely, when we get the race room set up for the SCL 24 Indianapolis 500. For Muttley, this is Carlin Hicks, and we are signing off.